Today we talk about how to open a wallet, send, receive, and buy Bitcoin on localbitcoin.com. All right, so I'm on the home page. First thing I'll do is create sign up for free, and I'm going to create a username called TC Trust Moors. Well guys, head to Moors at THC Trust, putting the password in here. I'm going to google.com and I'm going to do password generator. Right, you just always just type something in. There's more than enough, so random password generator. You look at this generate one password and I'll say it should be 9 characters. Get passwords. Let's see what they have. Here's a password. Okay, now obviously I'm not going to use that password, so let me pause this quick. Pick a password. Okay, now that we got the password, let's put the password in there and click this thing that says I'm not a robot. And as simple, we just registered. That quickly we have an account. And also pause for a moment to make sure that you save your password in a text file somewhere. And preferably that you print a copy of your password right now so that you can have a heart. Follow it with crypto is very important, that you secure safely your passwords and your public keys and anything related to your accounts. All right, so now that we're inside a local Bitcoins, calm to what you just did, you now opened up a Bitcoin wallet. So now you're able to send and receive Bitcoins. I like to say that this website has a dual functionality. In one regard is a marketplace for buyers, traders, and you can post transactions. So you can buy Bitcoins here, you can sell Bitcoins here, you can post a trade, but even without buying or selling on this platform, you can also use the wallet just to send, receive, store, and hold your Bitcoin. And this is what's known as an online wallet. Basically, you go to the website and your wallet, you log in and your Bitcoins are held right here. So let's just take a look at the dashboard over here. This thing right here, if you can see it, is a dashboard. Many Bitcoin and crypto sites have a dashboard like that. Click the dashboard and the dashboard is just like your car dashboard. You see all the business that you have going on here. Do you have any open trades or advertisements? Let's say, for example, if you are selling Bitcoin that's in your wallet. So this is where you would buy and sell your Bitcoin. You will put the terms there. I'm buying Bitcoin for PayPal, and other buyers will be able to see your advertisements. If you were a seller or if you were a buyer, you can still post advertisements also. Under the dashboard, you can go directly to your wallet, which you see right here. And this is also another link to the wallet, but the wallet is where it shows your Bitcoin balance. So obviously you couldn't do any buying or selling because there's a zero balance. And we're gonna purchase Bitcoin through the marketplace. That's here. So you can see how it works. I guess before we purchase Bitcoin, maybe we will send a Bitcoin first, so you can see how that works. If somebody says they need to send you Bitcoin, you need to go inside of this wallet. You just click receive Bitcoins, and then you need to copy this address, right? Now that I have that address, let's get a notepad here. We can keep this pad here, and that's where I'm gonna put that Bitcoin address. I just pasted it there because I also want to copy and paste my username also. So this might be a good habit because there are public keys. So maybe from time to time, somebody's going to be sending you Bitcoin. This is the address that they can send it to. This is important to know. This address that you see is going to change from time to time. It's just how Bitcoin operates. It doesn't matter if that address changes. You can still send Bitcoin to this old address and it will still come to your wallet. Or you can send Bitcoin to the new address, but it's still just a good practice to have your public address of where you receive payments somewhere quick and readily available. So you don't have to log into your Bitcoin wallet every time someone needs to send you Bitcoin. What we're going to do is we're going to receive Bitcoin on this address right here, just so I can show you. So first off, let me log into a wallet of mine that has Bitcoin. So we're logging into the THC Trust wallet, and notice it says enter paper code number 79 from your printed 2-factor code set here. And what that is so I already have this set. When you go set up the security features, they will give you 100 codes. print that out, and this is security. So if somebody hacked into my account, they still wouldn't be able to get past this unless they had the number ledger that I kept with me. So this is asking for a code number 79. You can't see what CO79 is, but I can see it here. So I'm going to punch it in on a screen and I'll click verify. Okay, so now I'm logged into the THC Trust account and I'm going to send the $500 to this other account leader. So the first thing I do once again is I copy the address. I go into the wallet, which is always over here. You see this while I had some balance now. I type this address that I'm sending it to. I click the amount that I'm sending. What is it? 0.07.07 is $503.23. That's what it equates about to. I'm going to put a description in here for the donation. We'll just call it that, and then I will hit continue. And notice it wants me to confirm the transaction that says you are sending 0.07 Bitcoin to this address. I wanted to confirm the address. I know it's right because I copied and pasted it. This is the same as this description for donation. And once again, if somebody hacked into my account, they were trying to send the Bitcoin out, they would need my two-factor authentication code. Sorry, go find my paper code authenticator, and it asked me for number 80. So I put code number 80 in there and I should be able to send it. And I get a message right here confirming that the Bitcoins were sent successfully to that address. If I notice I had 1.08, now I have 1.01. So the Bitcoin balance has been reduced. I can also go here under transactions and I can see the transactions here is showing sent B Bitcoins. So these are what has been sent. This is what has been received. And so now that transaction, now with Bitcoin, is going to take about 20 to 30 minutes for that transaction to be received. Sometimes in this case, I think it's going to be rather instant because we're sending from an account on this site to an account on this site. But usually the Bitcoin transactions has to be confirmed on the blockchain. Don't worry if you don't understand what that means. It's a technical term. Just know that the technology is going to have to do some things and it's going to take about 20 or 30 minutes for the technology to process that transaction. So let's log out of here. We're going to log out and then we're going to log into the other account. And look at there. Now we have a Bitcoin in this account. So that's basically in a nutshell how you send and receive Bitcoin. Now I can actually send this Bitcoin somewhere else, and how would I send it? Self-explanatory. Somebody sends me their Bitcoin address. I paste their Bitcoin address right here. I put the amount that I'm going to send. Say if I want to send half of this, I'll send 0.03. Put a couple other numbers in there, why not? And look what we have here. That would be $269.76 worth of Bitcoin. I can put whatever I want in the description and then I can send it all right. So now we have 0.07 Bitcoin. Any account, let's see if we can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin or a small amount of Bitcoin, just so I can show you how this works. So the first thing I'm going to do now, I don't advise you do this because if you set the more restrictions you put, so I'm saying SMS not required. I do not require. I am now searching for sellers it's gonna allow me to purchase Bitcoin from them without showing any type of ID or doing any SMS text messaging. That's going to reduce the amount of available options that I have, and it's going to increase the price of Bitcoins because I'm putting terms and conditions. So only certain sellers are willing to meet those terms and conditions every time. You keep ready to enter into a transaction, you have to read what the terms and conditions are. So what you're actually looking at is this is the rate, which is the best rates. Start up here and then they go down, the rates get higher. This is the limits. So this guy will only sell you $500 to $1,097 worth of Bitcoins. You couldn't buy $5,000 worth. So to get this rate, you have to be buying in between these limits. You have to be paying cash by mail. So that's for all of these. The limits change as you can see here. So does the rates. So does the terms and conditions, but most of the terms and conditions are going to be send registered mail or certified mail or priority mail. Just read the terms and conditions. Now the thing is, we're going to go through a transaction, but that's cash by mail. So you see the rates are pretty good because they're probably 1 or 2% above the present Bitcoin rate, which you always want to know when you're shopping for Bitcoins. So Bitcoin is about $7,170. They're putting their premium on it, and this is about normal. So you have to price check. There's cash by mail, and that takes time because when you set up a transaction. Let me see one that I can buy. Well, I have unfinished contracts, but you'll see when you set up a transaction, they're going to put this seller's Bitcoin in escrow. So they're not going to be able to cheat you. And as soon as you send off the mail payment or you follow the terms of payment, you go back into the transaction and you mark the fact that it has gotten paid. So that will prompt that person to release your coins for escrow. When they receive the money, they can't run off with your money because the site won't let them. The site is going to verify that everyone is operating with integrity. That was cash by mail. Let me zoom in so you can see what options there are. There's cash deposit. That's cash deposit directly to a bank account. There's PayPal. Let's look at PayPal. PayPal has horrible rates. Most sellers don't like to sell with PayPal because it leaves them vulnerable. Because once they release the Bitcoins to you, if some kind of way you can convince PayPal to reverse the transaction, then they would potentially be harmed because they cannot take the Bitcoin back from you once it's in your wallet. So that's kind of a plus because if you have Bitcoin, you can sell it for PayPal with a higher premium. But you always have to pay attention to the person's feedback. If the person has good feedback, you really don't have to worry about doing business with them. Let's look at Wells Fargo cash deposit. Now, Wells Fargo, you can make a cash deposit into bank accounts with no ID. So this would be an ideal method, except this person appears to not be online right now. Because I don't see anything that shows that they're online. There's no green right here. They might just be hiding their online status. So here's the thing. We want to see if we can put $100 in here. We can deposit $100. So how much do you wish to buy? We're going to put 100 right here. Notice this is the amount of Bitcoin that we're going to be receiving. So we're not going to quite get what we want, but I just want to show you how we're doing this. I wanted to get 2.1 Bitcoin. We'll just buy 0.01 to bring this up 2.08. That's about $100 worth of Bitcoin. So this is what he wants us to do, Wells Fargo cash deposit for a Bitcoin. I will give you my full name and my Wells Fargo account number after accepting your request. So I would have to text him. He's going to give me his name at his account number. Then I have 90 minutes to deposit cash at the Wells Fargo branch. After I accept, then I upload a photo, no scan or photocopy of the original. Receipt only after writing in no refund purchase. Only write down my username here. And local Bitcoins paid. So those are easy terms. I can do that. And so we can do that. So I will send him a message. Here I am ready to buy the Bitcoin. This is the nice thing about here. You can communicate with the person that you're talking to. So I send the trade request and it says I am ready to buy the Bitcoin, right? And he gives me the information. So I see it right here on the screen. I'm going to have to black this part out because I can't show you this person's account information. But basically there's a bank account information that he provides here. And I'm ready to go make this deposit. Okay, so now we're back from the bank. And as his instructions say, upload a photo, no scan or photocopy of the original. Teller receipt, only after writing on the receipt, no refund purchase. Only write down your username, local Bitcoins, calm. Pay once you've paid. It's imperative that you go in here and you click this thing that I have paid. Do not forget to do this. You know they give you about 2 hours. They give you an ample time to make the payment after you set the transactions. Come in clear and click I have paid. Click confirm payment. And what this has did, that is just let this other person know that I have made the payment. Now I'll go in here, I'll browse and I'll find the receipt and I'm going to upload a picture of the receipt. And we take a look at the receipt here. Now here's the thing, usually you can access this site, which are WEP, which are cell phone. So you could just take a picture of the receipt right there on your cell phone and upload it. But since I didn't access this on my cell phone, I took the picture of the receipt on my cell phone, I sent it to my email, and then I uploaded it here, and I wrote no refund purchase. I teared 2 receipts into 3 places because that's what he asked me to do. Since I clicked that, I marked the payment as paid so you would never cancel the transaction or you lose your money. And right now his coins are in escrow. So it looks like this person is offline. He was last seen online 5 hours ago, so unfortunately it seems like he's not going to release these tokens out of escrow until he comes back online. So that's another thing I wanted to show you. That's pretty instantly and show you that the tokens go right into the account. But these tokens are going to go into the account later because obviously he's been seen online 5 hours ago. He's probably asleep. As soon as he wakes up, he'll check and make sure all the receipts good. The money's in my account. He will release the coins out of escrow and it will update my balance right here. Alright, so I just received a notification. If you notice over here, the balance has been updated. I received the notification, and so let's click this. This means you have a message. So this is kind of nice. Remember, I was saying you can communicate with the person. So this means there's messages, but let's go look at the dashboard. First, just so you can get familiar with the dashboard, you can click all closed trades and you'll see this trade is closed. And if you go look at the trade, let's look at the trade right there. See what occurred? Notice he sent us a message. He said, thanks, please do trustworthy. I would do same with feedback. So he's basically saying, make sure to leave him trustworthy good feedback, which means I put positive feedback here. Reliable Bitcoin seller, I would put something like that here. I would update the feedback for him and then I would trust him. And now let's see if we can look at my profile. So we see the Bitcoins are in there. I have a little bit extra Bitcoin now, 0.08 of a Bitcoin. I want to try to show you if they updated my feedback. Yes, they did. So now it shows that I have 1 confirmed transaction. I have 0% feedback score. I'm sure he'll update the feedback and then I'll have 100% feedback score. And that constitutes my first transaction. So I verify my email address and everything is all good. So that's how you purchase Bitcoin.
Liracoin, we were born to grow together.